If you're a guy in your 20s or 30s, or really any age for that matter, and you're thinking about traveling to Thailand or just generally looking for more from your life, I think this might be the most important video you could invest a short amount of time into watching, at least from my limited perspective. And if you do commit to watching this video, it may change the way you think about traveling to Thailand or anywhere for that matter. You see, this year I turned 32, and over the last few years I've become increasingly aware of my own mortality. Each day I will never have more life left than I have right now, no matter how many ice baths I take or biohacking experiments I might try. With each today comes less tomorrows. I'll never have more loved ones, for there is no way I'll birth more children than all of the family members I stand to lose. The scary best case scenario is that I live long enough to see many of my friends and family die. It's either that or I die young and leave more of my loved ones to feel the pain of losing me. Whilst this might seem scary, it was this in part which, this fear which propelled me to pack my bags, leave the UK and move to Thailand for good. Being a man in your late 20s and early 30s in particular is very strange, right? Everyone around you is having kids, buying houses, they're in steady jobs. Your friends have kids and they tell you this unconditional love they feel for their child. So, surely, you should have one too, right? And your friends have been steadily paying off their mortgage and accruing equity in their houses. And surely this simply means that they're better at life than you. No? Bolt drivers are younger than me. And Tupac is looking more and more like a really young dude every time I watch his videos. And, being in your late 20s and early 30s, you begin to realize that if you're a football player, you'd be nearing the end of your career, with your market value dropping daily. And you have to accept you will never play football for your country or be an astronaut or an NBA star. I mean, shit, I'm 5'8", right? So I was never gonna be in the NBA anyway, but that's not the point. Our physicality, or to be more accurate, our physical potentiality is diminishing with each day. But in its place comes the opportunity to pursue things of more meaning by utilizing the mind while sustaining the body. Yes, you can be stronger tomorrow than you were today, but you'll never be as strong as you could have been if you dedicated your late teens and early 20s in the pursuit of a physical goal. We have to accept that. I hit my aesthetic peak at around 25. Now, I recently started training Muay Thai in Thailand. It's $8 for a 1-hour session, right? With a guy who's beaten world champions. It's mental. But I'll never be a world champion. Now, this video is not to demotivate you into giving up on your dreams, for I encourage each and every one of you to live a healthy life fighting the natural empathy we all face as a part of nature. But rather, I want to try and awaken within you a sense of urgency, right? Because it is this sense of urgency we will use to cut through the bullshit that we tell ourselves as to why we are not living the life we want to live right now. There is no tool as effective to ignite within us such a sense of urgency as reflecting on our own mortality. Meditation is a trending topic right now, and it can and will add to your life in many different ways, right? Many different benefits of doing meditation. But there is one in particular I want to touch on, and that's time. Before I came to Thailand, I would sit and fantasize about moving to Thailand, walking on the beautiful beaches, working on my laptop at beachside restaurants, getting a gorgeous girlfriend, eating incredible Thai food. But what I didn't realize at the time was that by continually projecting my experience of life into some mentally constructed future, I wasn't able to enjoy being fully present at home in the UK. And now that I am here in Thailand, living the life of my dreams, I do anything with my family, my friends, my pets. And, even when you're in Thailand or traveling abroad anywhere in the world for that matter, no matter the activity, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing. Traveling to different islands, going around on speedboats, or even the mundane things like food shopping, it always seems like something is missing. That true happiness is just one deviation away. And the quieter I become, and the more time I spend in quiet introspection, I realized that this is because I'm just not being present. Now, meditation has degrees to its utility. A shallow degree of meditation would be to cultivate the powers of concentration and mindfulness to allow you to be less emotionally reactive, make better decisions, leading to more financial success and just generally being more mindful. But go a little bit deeper and you can deeply connect with a much higher, more fundamental sense of self that goes beyond your personality, ego, and finite existence. And if you meditate hard enough and long enough, the bottom may just fall out of the bucket and you awaken to your fundamental nature. That subject and object are one, and there is nothing other than you. But before we drop 5 grams, right, and explore some alternate planes of consciousness, let's land back on some solid ground for now. Hey, just wanted to interrupt this video, and what I recently did was start a 100% free newsletter, one about Thailand, the stuff I can't really share on YouTube, and 2, how YouTube can build a 100% remote income and travel the world. Work less, own more, and essentially work from anywhere in the world. If that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to click the link in the pinned comment below this video right now, and I will see you in your inbox shortly. So what does this have with coming to Thailand, or traveling the world, or architecting the life of your dreams? You're going to die. I'm going to die. Everyone we know and love is going to die. The things we create to try to forge a sense of immortality will be forgotten. One day, the sun will stop burning, and life on this beautiful planet will cease to be. Bangkok will burn to the ground and again be reclaimed by nature. The sea of Samui will rise, no resort tall enough to withstand the climate cycles of Earth. Consciousness will remain, but you, as your partial and fragmented self, will be gone. So what are you waiting for to start living the life of your dreams? What lie are you telling yourself as to why you can't come to Thailand right now? Like, right now. Okay, there might be some shit you gotta do, right? But if you keep delaying your dream life, it could be delayed until never. And then all you have on your deathbed, marring and muddying the beautiful memories you've had of your all too short life, is the regret of the things you didn't do, the risks you did not take, the beauties of this world you did not see. In the book The Denial of Death, Ernest Becker discusses something called terror management theory. And terror management theory explores how we humans cope with this existential terror caused by the awareness of our own mortality. According to Ernest Becker, the awareness of this death, right, the awareness of this death creates a psychological dilemma for us. On one hand, we have an innate survival instinct that drives us to avoid death and seek self-preservation. On the other hand, we know death is inevitable. We know we're going to die, which creates existential anxiety and distress. Now, believe me, if you've ever consumed too much Buddha, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So to manage this existential terror, we develop various psychological defense mechanisms. One of these is symbolic immortality. So terror management theory, or TMT, suggests that we humans, right, strive for symbolic immortality, which is the sense of transcending death and leaving a lasting legacy. So this can be achieved through various means, like creating works of art, contributing to society, building relationships, having kids that carry on the genes, and so on. We seemingly try to escape our own death by projecting our beingness onto something other than ourselves, other than our finite bodies. And is this video, the very act of this video, an attempt to transfer my own mortality into something that is encoded in code rather than genes, to put me into the cloud before I become a cloud? One of my spiritual teachers, who I've never met, Ram Dass, says, as we age, we have an opportunity to cultivate a greater sense of presence and acceptance, embracing the impermanence of life and finding beauty and wisdom in each moment. And this, for me, sums up why you need to come to Thailand sooner rather than later. Whilst the only inevitable conclusion to life is death, I want to conclude this video with 2 key takeaways for anybody who has made it this far. 1, if you keep delaying your trip to Thailand, your dream holiday or trip anywhere in the world, you could be delaying it to never. As time goes on, we just accumulate things, anchoring us down to the shores of our homelands. We have children, increasing the cost and complexities of travel. We get mortgages, signing financial contracts that are so long they'd outlive the average man born in the 1700s. So What lies are you telling yourself about why you can't pack up and just travel right now or at least soon? What bullshit are you shoveling into your own mouth? The only limitations to a life well lived are the limitations we place on ourselves. The very fact you were born is a miracle. You've won the lottery 100 times before you even opened your eyes or took your first breath. There is nothing you need to obtain, no material obsession you need to buy. You are perfect, just as you are, and you deserve to live the perfect life as you define it. So define the perfect life, and then take concrete steps every single day to actualize this perfect life into existence. 2. But paradoxically, realize there is both no such thing as a perfect life, and also that life is perfect exactly as it is right now. A perfect life to you is different to a perfect life to somebody else or me. And the perfect life as you define it for yourself right now will be different to the perfect life for you, for who you will be in 5 years' time. You are continually changing and evolving, and subsequently so is your ideal of what a perfect life is. There is no such thing as a perfect life. Thailand is great, it's warm, has great food, lovely people, but it also stinks.